Hello.
You have to hold it up.
Hello, Julian. Hello, Estelle.
You have to stand back a bit. Look, there you are. And you can't be seen.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm so sorry. I've so rudely muted you all. It's just so unkind, but you know I have to. I've just posted into the chat some information about the recording and what happens with that, so other people can enjoy it later. And I just want to start actually. Yeah, let's start with the kitchen utensil game that we played yesterday. So there's some games in these sessions that will carry on and on and on. I should introduce myself for the new ones. I'm Kevin. We've been doing this for about 3 weeks now. So we've got some old friends who've been here every day for 2 or 3 weeks. And we've got some new friends as well. So I'm Kevin. And I'm coming to you from sunny Chew Magna, which is an ancient village near Bristol. Sunny Chew Magna. I'm seeing lots of sun around the UK this morning. That's very good. It almost feels like nearly time for the first barbecue, if you've got a place where you can do a barbecue. Okay, so we're going to start with the kitchen utensil game. In that game, I will make myself into a kitchen utensil. So we did this yesterday. If you were here yesterday, what was this? You can shout it out. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of this mouth shape. It's a fork. And then we did this. And it'll give you a clue. It's a certain vegetable on a fork, on the middle prong. It was a pea on a fork. Very good, okay. Now let's have today's new one. Today's new one goes like this. Hold on. So that is today's kitchen utensil. And I'm going to unmute you all.
Spaghetti.
What? Shout out if you've got the answer.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti, good try, but it's not a food. It is a type of utensil that you use in a kitchen, like a tool.
Spoon.
Spoon. Oh, I think I heard it from somebody. Whisk. It's a whisk. Well done. Give yourself a clap. It's a whisk. Fantastic. So a whisk is something that you use to whisk things up and blend it together. Well done. That's the food utensil game. We'll have another one of those tomorrow. But for now, it's time to start. So I'm going to make myself big. And give me a wave if you can still hear me. Give me a wave if you can still hear me. If you have any questions, you can type them into the chat and speak to Tara. She's there to help me out. Thank you, Tara. So, everyone, in the morning, everyone, all the children, all the adults get up and they stretch to the very edges of the screen, stretch beyond the edges of the screen, out into the sunshine, and they stretch up onto their tippy toes, and they stretch down to the floor, and they stretch this way and that way, and they check to see if everything's working well, and it is, and they stretch this way and that way.
You haven't muted us. You haven't muted us.
That's what I haven't done. Thank you, Alison. That's what I haven't done. Back he goes. Technical issues here. He's having problems. Sorry about the shaky start this morning, folks. He's just one man sailing a ship all on his own, and he's actually struggling a wee bit. Hold on. I haven't made Tara co-host, so she can't help me. Okay, I'm going to make Tara co-host. There we go, that's better. Okay, let's try again. In fact, you can start, you know the first bit, don't you? Some people are already doing it. Fantastic. They run up, running up the hill, running up to see the old windmill. Keep it up, running up the hill, running up to see the old windmill. Running in circles, circles up the hill. Running in circles to the old windmill. Running in circles, circles up the hill. Circles up to see the old windmill. Running on a tightrope, on a tightrope up the hill. On a tightrope up to see the old windmill. On a tightrope up the hill. Running on a tightrope to the old windmill. On a horsey, galloping up the hill. Galloping up to see the old windmill. Come on, galloping galloping up the hill, galloping up to see the old windmill, and hitting up the hill, hitting up to see the old windmill, and swishing up the hill, swishing up to see the old windmill, and skating up the hill, skating up to see the old windmill. They're skating up the hill, skating up to see the old windmill, and hopping up the hill, hopping up to see the old windmill. Swap, hopping up the hill, hopping up to see the old windmill, and dancing on their toes, dancing up to see the old windmill. They're dancing on their toes, dancing up to see the old windmill, and creeping up the hill, creeping up to see the old windmill. They're creeping up the hill, creeping up to see the old windmill. There stands the windmill, red and white, ever so bright in the morning light. There stands the windmill, red and white, ever so bright in the morning light. And this is the song that the wind does sing. Windmill, windmill, see how my windmill turns, shining in the sun. Feet together, arms down, eyes closed if you want to. Hands on your heart and feel your heart going boom boom, boom boom, boom boom. And feel your lungs going, you're breathing. And wake it up, eyes open, arms to the side, back the other way. Windmill, windmill, see how my windmill turns, shining in the sun. Feet together, arms down, eyes closed if you want to. Hands on heart, feel it going. Boom, 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 boom. Feel the breathing. Very good. Eyes open. And at the top of the hill today, we find our old friend, Tiny Tim, who's a tiny little turtle. Before we do the Tiny Tim song, we need to practice falling with style. That's falling with style. So we're going to do a jump in the air, and then we're going to land on the ground, bend our knees and do a little roll like this. So let's practice our jump and our roll, and a jump and a roll. And you're going to have to bend your knees right down to the ground, so you gently place your bottom on the floor. Let's gently place that lovely bottom on the floor. And now we're ready for the song. So it goes. I had a little turtle, its name was Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water and ate up all the soap, until that tiny turtle had a bubble in his throat. Bubble, 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 pop! Down you go, onto the floor, onto your back. And while we're here, let's ride our bicycles. I love to ride my bicycle, I love to ride my bike. I love to ride my bicycle, I love to ride it where I like. Very good. Back to your feet. And Tiny Tim gives us a gift. He holds out his hand and he says, here, I've got a gift for you. It's a doodly do. I've got a gift for you. It's a doodly do. And so it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. legs, cross, legs, clap. Legs, cross, legs, clap. Are you ready? Here we go. Please sing to me that sweet melody. Goes doodly-doo, doodly-doo. Oh, I love it so. Wherever I go, it's the doodly-doo, doodly-doo. Oh, it's the simplest thing, there isn't much to it. All you gotta do is doodly-doo it. I love it so, wherever I go, just a doodly, doodly-doo. And we have our dogs for the end. Let's practice our dogs again. 3, 2, 1. And again. 3, 2, 1. Here we go again. A little bit faster. A 1, 2. A 1, 2, 3. And please sing to me that sweet melody. Goes doodly-doo, doodly-doo. I love it so, wherever I go, it's a doodly-doo, doodly-doo. Oh, it's the simplest thing, there isn't much to it. All you gotta do is doodly-doo it. I love it so, wherever I go, just a doodly, doodly-doo. Very good. Well, meanwhile, down in the village, our 2 fat gentlemen are here. Remember our 2 fat gentlemen from yesterday? And they go. 2 fat gentlemen met in the lane, bowed most politely and bowed once again. How do you do with one hand? How do you do with the other hand? And how do you do again? I'm seeing some people holding hands with their friends. That's so great, and their family. Then, who comes next? Have a little think. Who was next? It was 2 posh... Who can remember? Shout out if you've got it. 2 posh ladies met in the lane, bowed most politely and bowed once again. How do you do? And how do you do? And how do you do again? Then, what comes next? These 2 tall people here. I'll give you a clue. They're very tall. They wear big hats like this. They are 2 tall policemen. 2 tall policemen met in the lane, bowed most politely and bowed once again. How do you do? And how do you do? And how do you do again? Then, now before we go on to 2 old ladies, I think we need to change the policeman's hello. Because policemen wouldn't say, how do you do? They'd say, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 again. Then, so let's do the 2 tall policemen. Let's do them quickly. 2 tall policemen met in the lane, bowed most politely and bowed once again. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 again. Then, now this one has to be slow, because it's 2 old ladies. They're just coming back with their shopping. They're a little bit, their back's a little bit bent because you see these little fingers here. 2 old ladies met in the lane, bowed most politely and bowed once again. How do you do? And how do you do? And how do you do again? Then, before we go on to our little children, there's some really kind people in the world helping out these old ladies, you know, these days, getting their shopping. They are very kind people. So, let's carry on. These 2 little children, and they are 2 little children met in the lane, bowed most politely and bowed once again. How do you do? And how do you do? And how do you do again? Then, all the people met in the lane, bowed most politely and bowed once again. How do you do? And how do you do? And how do you do again? Yes, well done. Give yourself a finger, a round of applause. Okay, I think it's time for me to take my jumper off because I'm very warm now. So that's going to happen. And I think we need to do this one from yesterday. It's It's the song of Joe, Workman Joe. But today, you're going to have to put your name into the rhyme. So at the beginning of each time, it goes, hey, my name's Joe. But today, I'm going to say, hey, my name's... And that's where you can put your name in, okay? So for me, it would be, hey, my name's Kevin, and I work in the button factory. But I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to leave a gap for you. I might make the odd mistake, but I'll try not to say anything. Okay, are you ready? So just kind of grooving on the spot. 1, 2, 3, and hey, my name's, and I work in the button factory. I got a wife, 3 kids. One day the boss said to me, he said, Joe, I said, yo. He said, you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your right hand. So I've just remembered there's 2 places where you have to say your name. So, hey, my name's, and I work in the button factory. I got a wife, 3 kids. One day the boss said to me, I said, yo. He said, you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your left hand. Dun, 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 dun. I said, push this button with your left hand. Do, 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 do. And hey, my name's, and I work in the button factory. I got a wife, 3 kids. One day the boss said to me, I said, yo. He said, you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your right leg. I'm struggling. There we go. Okay, here we go. And hey, my name's, and I work in the button factory. I got a wife, 3 kids. One day the boss said to me, I said, yo. He said, you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your left leg. Hey, my name's, and I work in the button factory. I got a wife, 3 kids. One day the boss said to me, I said, yeah. He said, you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your head. Hey, my name's Joe. Oh, it's not. I work in the button factory. I got a wife, 3 kids. One day the boss said to me, I said, yo. He said, you busy? I said, as a matter of fact, I am. Oh, well done. Have a lie down. Joe gets to the end of his day's work and he has a good lie down on his bed. He does some sand angels in his bed. So when you brush your hands and legs out to the side, lying on your back, if you've never done a sand angel, you're in for a treat. And as you do that, and whenever you're ready, you can just stop and lie still, and I'll give you a little bit of music to help you relax. If you want to, you can put your hands on your heart, on your belly. You might feel your belly doing these nice big belly breaths. Belly breaths. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to cancel the spotlight and I'm going to unmute you all so we can all say a little hello to each other. Oh, we've got a couple of ukuleles in the live this evening. That's very good. We got a bit of a ukulele jam sort of thing happening here.
Mommy,
Just the
can
way-
you get the ukulele?
Just the way we roll. I think we should make a band. I think we should make a band.
Hello, Ollie.
What should we, if we were a band, what would we call ourselves? What would be the name of our band?
Hello, Reba. Hello, Lucy.
If you've got a ukulele, you can get your ukulele and do a little bit of playing.
I told you.
Yeah, you were right.
Together.
Hello, Karen.
Oh, it's great now.
Hello, Karen.
Lucy.
It's not on top of it with your other rainbows.
Who's that?
It's very out of tune.
The great thing about this session is that even if it's out of tune, no one's really going to be able to hear that. So, it's the perfect time to let that fly with your. Okay.
Much, Kevin. Still looking a bit tired there, Kevin. I'm going to give you another coffee. I'm going to buy you a coffee.
Okay, thanks, Tara. Tara's very kindly supporting me by buying me a coffee. If you want to do that, you can find the thing in the
No, I'm
link.
not going to. Just trying to visit the gallery view. There, everybody is.
Okay, I'm gonna just mute everyone again if I can. Okay, so I've seen so many lovely, lovely faces who are just full of light. It's very nice, and thank you very much for coming today. I'm here every day at 9 o'clock. Tell your friends. It'd be lovely to have more people joining us. And it looks like we're forming some sort of a ukulele band. If you've all got some percussion as well, shakers, tambourines, it's all welcome. I think we can have a little jam at the end of every session. That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to think of a band name because all bands need a name. I just seen someone doing the hypnotizer face trick there, and Nathan's doing the hypnotizer. Fantastic. Okay, great. So I think it's time to say goodbye with our goodbye song. We've got all sorts of wonderful things happening out. If you're not on gallery view, I'd highly recommend it. You can click on in the top right hand corner. You can click on gallery view and see all the cool things that people are doing. But for now, it's time for our goodbye song. So it goes. Goodbye for now, well, it's time to go. Oh, actually, I forgot to say one thing, sorry. I'm doing a singing workshop today at 12:30. It's for any age group, and we're going to sing some nice songs together. I'll put a link in the chat once I've done the goodbye song. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, and goodbye for now, well, it's time to go. Boom, bye for now, well, it's time to go. Boom, boom, boom. I hate to leave you, but I really must say goodbye for now, for now. But one more time it goes. Goodbye for now, well, it's time to go. Boom, 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 boom. Goodbye for now, well, it's time to go. Boom, 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 boom. I hate to leave you, but I really must say goodbye for now, for now. One more time it goes like this. Goodbye for now, jazz hands. Woo! This is the bit where all the band jump in the air. All the band, get your guitars ready, jump in the air, and we all go 3, 2, 1, bam! Like that. Let's do one of them every day. At the end of our jazz hands, we all jump in the air. Let's do it one more time. 3, 2, 1, bam! Yeah. That's a great way to end. Nice one, fellas. I'm going to unmute you all so you can say goodbye.